Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial. And if you came this far, watch all the tutorials before this, you've basically learned HTML. So we're basically done with this series and it's time to move on to the next step. So what is the next step? Well, right now you can basically do anything you want in HTML. Actually, I have a little challenge for you guys. Okay, so this is the challenge. So I want you guys to take a look at this website. I'm not going to show you guys the code. And I want, let me make this smaller actually, so I can show you the whole website. But basically, I want you guys to recreate this website just by looking at it. So right here we have a header, we have some links here, and then these don't have to go to anything, they just have to be links, so you don't worry about that. But you can make other pages if you want to. And then we have a big picture here. This is also a link right here. That overlays over the image. Then we have different columns of text, and at the bottom of them are links. And here we have a button that's doesn't look like text, but it's actually its own button image. So you guys should know how to do that. And it also has a footer here. And it's formatted like this, where it has a bunch of information down here with the website name, and then the navigation bar like this. So anyways, the challenge to you guys is recreate this website. You guys don't have to use all the same colors, all the same images, anything like that. You guys can use your own images, font size, whatever. But basically just try to recreate this website using sort of the same idea, same template of this website. You guys, after watching all the tutorials previously, should be able to do this. So I think this would be a good little challenge. If you guys are able to complete this, you guys basically have completely understood and learned everything that you've learned in the past tutorials. So yeah, so that's a good indicator. So anyways, after you've done that, what's the next step? Okay, so the next step is learning something else, learning another language part of web development. So that could either be CSS, JavaScript, or PHP. I'm going to explain a little bit of each and why you should do them. CSS is used to, we've done a little bit in this tutorial series. You've seen that it sort of affects the way different tags and elements look and are presented on the website. So I would suggest doing CSS if you really want your website to look good. So once you know HTML and you're pretty good at CSS, you'll be able to make like any type of really good looking website, whatever you want. The next thing is JavaScript. So JavaScript, it doesn't really do much with design or anything. It's not a markup language like HTML or anything. It's actually a scripting language. So what JavaScript does is it makes the site look very responsive, and it can make it very dynamic. So JavaScript can do things like, maybe if you press a button, the text changes here, or when you start typing in a field, I don't know, like it starts changing other things in the midst of that. That's basically JavaScript. JavaScript's really important, especially if you want to make a website seem very professional and responsive. I'll probably do a series on JavaScript too. Now, the next thing is PHP, or some type of server-side language. I like PHP, it's very popular. I think Facebook uses it and YouTube also uses it. PHP is really important because it's basically like the backbone of your website if you're doing any like heavy server-side stuff. And what I mean by that is if you're having like a huge database, keeping track of a bunch of users on your website that are creating new accounts, or your website, for example, is a photo upload website, and you need to keep track of all these different photos, or maybe it's a social media website and you need to keep track of all these different posts, social updates, and all these things that needs to be keep tracked in a database. PHP is the best thing, or not the best thing, but it's what allows you to have the user input something in a form, and then have that all that information be put into a database. And PHP also allows you to like retrieve that information and present it onto a website, something like that. And the cool thing is you can use a combination of JavaScript and PHP to do like dynamic queries to your database. So by the time, for example, if I'm typing in my username here, I can use a combination of JavaScript and PHP to keep checking if this username is valid. So while I'm typing this, I can have JavaScript asking PHP and have my JavaScript run a PHP script that checks if this username is valid even before I submit the form. So those are cool, like responsive, like smart things that you can do with like JavaScript and PHP and that combination. So PHP really, really important. But you might want to learn CSS and JavaScript before, or you might not. It just depends on what you want. The other thing to learn is MySQL or SQL. That's basically, you have to learn MySQL if you're going to use PHP. So I sort of group those two things together. I'll probably do a group tutorial on PHP and SQL in the future. So anyways, I hope you learned something from this tutorial series. I hope you stay tuned and subscribe so you are notified when my other series come out, because they probably will. And I hope you have a good, like, I don't know what I was going to say there, but I hope you can actually use these skills in, I don't know, a job or, I don't know, internship, whatever you're going to do. So anyways, hope you learned something, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.